Alright, hi, welcome to part 3. And according to my timer here, it says I can only record for another 15 and a half minutes. Which is sort of not good. Because we're not even halfway done with this walk. Like, not even close. Okay, so here's the deal. In the last part, I explained what all I was pretty much doing during this entire shutdown, how much longer we have left of said shutdown, and where I would go if something major were to happen here in America, all worse fails, where I would go. I thought it was turning green. But yeah, the two main places I would go would be either Canada or somewhere in Europe. And if you want to find me, you have to go to any of those countries. Would it be Europe or Canada? But here's the thing, if I was over in Europe, then that would honestly be really nice, because then I'd be like half a world away. Which is honestly where I would rather be, to be honest. Yeah, I'd rather be half a world away than to, be here in America, if I'm being completely honest. But, yeah. Alright, sorry about that. There were people walking. Oh, God damn it. My legs are getting really itchy lately. So yeah. I know I may have gone over this topic several times on this channel, but it always keeps coming up in my mind whenever I'm, recording. But especially on a video like this. But I honestly do always think about what starters I always pick in whatever, generation of a Pokemon game. And, yeah. So Gen 1 is obviously going to be Bulbasaur. Because, well, yeah, he's kind of the smarter choice. Gen 2, that would be Cyndaquil. Again, he's the smarter choice. Gen 3, this is where it gets kind of a little iffy. I honestly don't know who to pick between Treecko, Torchic, and Mudkip. But if I had to go by, type weaknesses, I'm sorry, but I'm probably going to have to go with Mudkip. Because you're first off, you start as a pure water type, having two weaknesses of grass and electric. And then when it's, fully evolved, it becomes water ground, which in that case, it only has one weakness, which is grass, which is nice. If I remember correctly, the first water ground type, if I can recall, want to say it's like Wooper of Gen 2, but I'm not quite sure on that one. But yeah, I would have to go with Mudkip. Oh, it looks like it's gonna rain. Yeah, the sun was out a long while ago, and then it just disappeared. Okay, let me think here. Gen 4. Now, it was kind of the same deal for this one, because, you know, I'm just now starting, you know, a generation that did so well. The last time a generation did so well was like Gen 2, or maybe even Gen 1. But the starters for Gen 4 were Turtwig, Chimchar, and Piplup. Turtwig starts out as a pure grass and then fully evolved becomes grass ground, which, I mean, sure, it's a pretty good defense. They're pretty good defensive types, but you know, if they're hit by an ice beam, then they're pretty much goners. And then you have Chimchar starts out as pure fire type and then becoming firefighting Infernape. They're more of the they're good on the mixed attacking for, you know, physical and special attacks, which I honestly really like. In case you haven't realized, I like my Pokemon that are fast and aggressive. And stat-wise, Infernape does it for me. But in the end, I went for Piplup. Because here's the way how I see it. Turtwig is more of the special defense. Infernape is obviously, you know, it's pretty much a sweeper. And then you have Piplup's fully evolved Empoleon. It's more of the it's more like a tank. It doesn't really have too many weaknesses, but it can resist to a lot of types. And that's one thing I actually like about that's one thing I really like about Empoleon. I couldn't think what the name of it was. It's like my brain went like dead for a sec. Okay, we're doing pretty good on time. Wow, we're just now about halfway, and I'm already running out of storage. How the hell does that work? But yeah, I should also mention that in my current playthroughs of Gens 1 through 4, Gen 1, I've started that game over several times. Crystal, I am just about to get my, I think my 7th Johto badge, or something like that. So I'm not even halfway done with that game. Gen 3, I don't have a copy of Gen 3, so I haven't started that one yet. And Gen 4, I have all 8 badges. All I have left to do is to fight the Elite Four champion, become said champion, get the national dex of 493 Pokemon, and catch Giratina, which is the I guess you could say the Mewtwo of Gen 4, which is, you know, the ultra high legendary that you get around the end of the game. You know, not counting events and stuff. And wow, once again we are just over the 10-minute time limit. So thanks so much for watching. This is the end of part 3, and we're just now on Main Street, and yeah, we'll do the other generations in the next part.